Hi guys, I want to do a feasibility on a real site in this video. This is the site here on Development Ready, 49 Black Butts, 21 Overley Street. So I've pulled it up in Giraffe. I've done nothing. There's no special usages. There's none of the templates that we're actually going to create to speed you up. So we're really going to start from scratch. And I want to see how far we can get within, let's say, 6 minutes. And as we go, I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing. So it's going to be a slow 6. So I'm going to draw a rectangle, and I'm going to leave some space for circulation, and I'm going to use the subdivide algorithm on this rectangle. And the way algorithms work in Giraffe is that their outputs get to be assigned usages just as though there were geometries that you've drawn. So you can see the subdivision algorithm outputs the site and the building envelope, which is the sort of after the setbacks where you're allowed to build. So I'm going to take the output of the site output, and I'm going to apply the usage landscape simple, and that makes it go green. Now I could apply retail to it if I wanted to, or community, and then I could add levels to that, or not. But I'm going to apply the use landscape simple. And then to the envelope, I'm going to apply the use residential because we're doing a residential subdivision. I'll set it to 2 levels. Okay. And now we can get into the subdivision algorithm. And what Giraffe does is if you click on one of the outputs, so say I click on residential, it kind of gives you the chain of logic that has led to this output. And in this instance, there's only one algorithm that's run, which is the subdivision algorithm. And so now I can change those parameters. So I'm going to not split on the spine, and I'm going to solve for an area target of 600 square meters. And I'm going to change the side and the rear setbacks to, I'm going to kill the front is 4, the rear is, say, 25-ish. Okay, it's facing the wrong way, so I'm just going to flip it. And the sides I'll set to 1. All right, so we get something like that. Now that 600 has come from the minimum lot size, which I have here in this project, which will at some point start loading. And whilst we wait for them to load, I will draw, there they come, 600 square meters. I'm going to draw a road by hitting the L key and then selecting the usage road. All right, we are 3 minutes in. And I'm going to refresh so that road actually draws. When in doubt, refresh. There's our road. And I'm going to remove the footpath and just crank it to 8 meters. That's a wide road. Okay, so it's looking good. It is looking good. Now I'm going to go to analytics, and I'm going to just start analyzing what I'm doing. Before I do that, I'm just going to drag this back so we're not going outside of our boundary. I'm going to snap that in that direction so we get the right areas. And then to remove the skew, I'm just going to add another node, which straightens out the subdivision algorithm. All right, let's just call this analysis. And let's start adding some measures. And the first one I'm going to do is lots. And I'm going to look for landscape simple since that's what I applied to my lots. And I'm going to say this is lot count. And I'm just going to say 1, and then the operation is count instead of sum up. So there's 14 lots. There's 14 lots. And if I strip down, there's 8. If I Control Z, there's 14. Okay, let's duplicate. Let's say build cost. And we're going to take the number of lots. And we're going to go A times 1.1 million. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be dollars, save changes. Okay, 15 million buck build cost. 1.1 million per thing. Now let's do income. And that's going to be like that. And let's say we're going to make $1.6 million per site. There's income. Okay. And now let's do margin. which is income, build cost, income minus build cost, $7 million margin. Okay, now that $1.1 million is times all of these. So I could add the cost of the road. Why don't we? Just because we're only at 5 minutes 30. Road cost. And that's going to be, we're going to apply to properties of road. And we're going to look for the length property. And we're going to look for the width, road width property. And we're going to go A times B times, let's say it's $200 per square meter to build a road. Any relevant quantity. Maybe it's $1,000. Maybe it can't be $2,000 to build a road. So we're not even going to consider that. Oh, and I overrode our margin, so that was smart. Margin, what did I say? Road cost and build cost and income, and we're just going to go A minus B minus C. So, sorry, C minus B minus the road cost minus the build cost. There we go, save changes. All right, so that 7 million margin after building the roads has shrunk somewhat. But if we bring it in ever so slightly, we can get it back up. Cool. All right, so we're going to make $6 million, but out of that, we've got to pay the landowner our taxes, etc., etc. So we're now at 6 minutes 44, but we've built some analytics, and we've built some really compelling visualizations, I would say, of this property. I'm going to add some trees because I just got to. I'm opening the flow builder, do this. And I'm going to say it's every 5 meters we chuck a tree. They're quite big, those trees. So I'm going to add a property. Remember, you can always add a property. And I'm going to scale it down to 0.4. Good. There we go. There's a little avenue of trees, maintaining the neighbor's privacy. And I'll do the same on this side. I'm only doing this because I've abandoned the 6-minute pledge that I gave you at the start of this video. So, my apologies. All right, there we go. We've done a feasibility in record time, and we've come up with some visualizations to sell it, some very crude numbers, but hopefully you've got an idea of how you could create a more richer, longer, fulsome feasibility. And we've even queried some GIS zoning layers along the way.